Yes?
What does my frequency look like to you? Can you see like
At this particular moment, your overall frequency is somewhere around 135 to 137,000 cycles per second as we read you right now. Understand that most people on your planet, on average at that time, operate between 40 to 60,000 cycles per second. The threshold between physical reality and spirit is 333,000 cycles per second. Most of you, when you transition into fourth density, when you upgrade yourselves and have your peaceful reality, finally, that you create peace on your planet, you'll be operating above the 200,000 cycle per second range. Our civilization operates roughly on average about 290,000 to 300,000 cycles per second at this point in our evolution. So that gives you some sense of a range.
So everyone in this room is fourth density, is that right?
You are moving into fourth density by your own choice, which simply means you're upgrading your energy, you're upgrading your frequency. You're allowing yourself to know that you can actually experience a reality of creativity, love, and peace, whereas many people on your planet don't have those belief systems and therefore operate at a lower frequency.
Is
But
anyone
that's their choice.
higher than fourth, like fifth density, or is that possible to be
Higher than fourth density?
Yeah.
Not while being physical, no.
not well being physical?
No.
So at
Then
a
you
certain,
transition into fifth density, which is another name for what you call the spirit realm.
so when you reach that threshold, then your body moves into another.
You will no longer be physical.
What frequency level does that occur at?
Fifth density.
Fifth.
Yes, fifth density, above 333,000 cycles per second. And up.
So by raising your frequency, that automatically happens. Like you'll just disappear.
Well, eventually, but remember that it automatically happens. Yes, in a sense. That's why we call ourselves, in our civilization, quasi-physical. We still have physicality, but we also have many of the traits of spirit. Time and space for us are very flexible, very malleable. We're not anchored to it in the same way that many of you are. But the idea is that you experience that transition all the time when you die.
So say what color is my aura, for example? Like what core?
Right now, as we perceive it, it's kind of an iridescent, silvery, light seafoam green.
Is there a core like color that you stay with throughout your life?
The core color is white.
White.
Yes. The highest frequency, that's the combination of all the frequencies.
Is that my particular frequency, or is that
The core frequency is everyone's core frequency, because the core frequency is your spark of creation. Your spark of all that is. But you have variations as a spectrum based on what aspect you're expressing of your core at this particular moment. You're nowhere near expressing your total core.
right? So I understood like people come in like with certain colors like red or
They come in with certain themes that may then be represented by certain energy spectrums that represent the theme that they're exploring or where they're at in the exploration of the theme.
so what color is my theme, or
No. You're asking questions that don't have answers that way. I've told you where you're at right now. That's where you're at right now. That's all you need to know. Follow your passion. It will change automatically. You don't have to necessarily narrow it down to what color am I now? What color am I now? What color am I now? You're only going to slow down the process by focusing on it that way. Just be yourself, follow your passion, do the best you can. That's all you need to do. You'll be fine. Yes?
I wasn't.
That will do.
That will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I had another incident in the snow.
Another incident in the snow.
Yes.
All right.
So I went out and there was a gazebo with
Yes.
a Christmas tree inside it.
Yes.
And I went out there and the Christmas tree had fallen down and I put it back up. And then the next night when I went out, there was a path that was carved in the snow with rose petals.
Yes.
And I was thinking, oh, this is really beautiful. Someone maybe proposed or honored someone who had passed or whatever.
Yes.
But then the footprints were odd.
In what way?
They were small and they're like little dress shoes. They almost look like little
The shoes of a
like
child?
leprechaun or a child's shoes, yes.
Yes.
And then there was like a few animal prints.
All right.
Can you give me clarity on what that was?
I can. Oh, you're asking me to?
Yes.
Understand that as your parallel realities begin to split, you will find that there will be more also of a kind of crystallization in the energy field of your planet that will allow for what you would typically call both nature spirits and also sometimes, on rare occasions, some of the hybrid children to come and play a few tricks with you and set up symbols and set up scenarios like a game for you to follow, to see what you do with that and what it leads you to within yourself. So there are other kinds of beings that do exist that are connected to your world that you don't often see because you're not necessarily on a vibratory level to do so, but they have their own reality. They understand they have a relationship with you as part of the earth, and sometimes they will manifest themselves a little bit more physically than usual to be able to interact in your reality. It's another form of contact. It's another form of delivering information, but in a visual way, in an experiential way, to see what you do with it, to see how you might also want to play, to see what you get out of it, to see what you add to it, so that you can go back and forth in playing with these other forms of consciousness, these other forms of life, so that you become more familiar with them on your planet, because in the future, you'll be able to interact with them much more directly. So this is the beginning of contact from the consciousness of the nature spirits themselves, to see how far you're willing to go, to see whether or not you're still going to be operating in fear or whether you're going to be operating in joy and love. Yes?
Yes, well, it was really joyful and loving.
All right.
And I took some of the rose petals home and put them in my medicine bag.
All right. And so?
I don't know why I'm crying right now.
Because you are aligning with your true self, and that usually forces the chemical components of negative beliefs out of your system through your tears. It's tears of release, tears of alignment, tears of joy when you are aligning with something you know is true for you, when you've discovered a new piece of yourself in the world. You have discovered a treasure within yourself, a treasure of your connection to those levels of reality, those levels of creation that allows you to be more free to be who you are. That's cause for release and joy. Yes?
Yes,
Does this help?
yes,
Anything else?
yes. So when I discussed with you before, my teacher with the bone knife,
Yes.
I've had more communications with him,
All right.
and I decided to find out on my own
Yes.
who he is and where he's from.
All right. And what have you discovered?
It's still confusing. I still
That's
don't.
all right. It's a process.
So
Doesn't have to
Does
come
he-
right away.
is he incarnated at this
I
time?
cannot help you in this process yet. You're in the middle of it. Can't spoil it for you. Can't spill the beans. Let the cats out of the bags. Open all your presents. You need to go a little further in your process on your own. Keep going. You're doing fine. At some point, we'll be able to discuss this with you further, but not in mid-process. Otherwise, we spoil the surprises for you.
Okay.
All right?
So you're probably not going to tell me what it means to follow the red feather?
I probably am not.
Okay.
Good guess.
Yeah. So the signature frequencies, so we all inherently have a very unique frequency.
You all
But
have
they
a
all can
unique
change?
expression. Your signature vibration, in a sense, will not change, but you can change the secondary vibrations around it that represent your unique expression of the signature frequency. But the signature frequency is a different expression from everyone else. It's your unique reflection of all that is. Your unique reflection as an expression of creation. Yes?
Okay.
And then you can express different frequencies of that, different ways of expressing that signature frequency as you go through your process of rediscovering yourself.
So when you're reading someone's frequency, you're reading the frequency around the signature?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if I just read the signature frequency, it wouldn't really matter much to you. Your signature frequencies are all very, very, very high. It's just that you're clouding them with all sorts of fear-based belief systems that doesn't allow the light to shine through as strongly as it could.
Okay.
That's the whole point. It's clearing out the attic, clearing out the basement of all the negative fear-based beliefs that cloud your ability to express the signature frequency that you are as an aspect and reflection of creation more fully. That's what this is all about. Letting go of who you're not and being who you truly are. Each of you is a puzzle piece within creation. You are a certain shape. That shape fits with all the other puzzle pieces to create the big picture of all that is. But when you try to be a shape you're not, you won't fit. You won't help create the big picture. Trying to be someone you're not is the most difficult thing you can do in life. It exhausts you. It tires you out. It kills you, literally, to be someone you're not. Let go and be who you are. Uplift yourself, and then you will fit, and the big picture will be formed before your eyes. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So in like what you said about the fulcrum,
Yes.
I was going to ask about like an update on the precursors. Are they going to be more
They will be more active.
active?
For those that don't understand, precursors are extraterrestrial beings that look similar enough to you that they can walk among you, but they have a very different frequency. And the precursors go about your planet from time to time, walking through your cities and your countrysides. And when you might sometimes now and then pass by them, they observe to see if you can tell that they're not from your world. That is used as a measurement of your sensitivity and your readiness to be able to interact with beings from other civilizations. That's the job of the precursors. So that will increase, and especially it will increase in the fulcrum of contact year of 2027. Yes.
Okay. I think
Thank
that's
you.
it. Thank you.
One moment. Somebody asked, well, which civilization are the precursors from? They are from the fourth hybrid race, the Shayael, and some from the Yael, the fifth hybrid race, because those are the ones that look most like you.